When it comes to long-term health, hydration is everything. That's why Hygieia Hydration is in the process of developing a non-invasive, breath-based personal hydration meter. Our application will securely store and display the data from this device while also providing the functionality to allow supervisory users to access and manage the data of other users. Once the device is available, you'll simply be able to breathe into it and receive a number between 0 and 100 representing your hydration level. This data is saved on our servers, and only you and those whom you allow access will be able to view it. Let's jump right in. We're going to be logging in as Sarah, a hydration conscious user who already has a lot of test data available. So we can see on our home page that we have a preview of our test results from the last 7 days. So we have 2 results here. And these colored bars represent the hydration level, red being underhydrated, yellow being low, green meaning the ideal hydration range, and orange meaning overhydrated. If we go to the My Hydration page, we can see a similar graph for all of our test results, spanning back for Sarah from December to the day before yesterday. Below we can see a tabular representation of the same data, and we can sort by date or by result. You can see we have 26 tests here. We can also search by the same values. So we have one result, 75. We can also download this data as JSON or CSV format for analysis through other programs. And we can also filter by date range. So if we set this to the current month, you can see that we now have 10 entries within the month of April. Let's reset that. Let's add a hydration test. When the device is available, you would breathe into the device and it would automatically push the data to the server, and this would be the only way to enter in data. But for now, for testing purposes, we manually add a test. So we can see our new test result of 70 right here. And let's say that we realize that we recorded this test right after drinking water, so it's not valid, or for whatever reason we might want to delete it. So we can also delete this test. We can also edit test results. Now the coolest feature is that if we have a Fitbit account, we're able to connect it to our application. So we can do this through the settings page, and we request access to Fitbit. And we can see in this browser that we've already logged into our Fitbit account. So we allow it to access our data, and it takes a moment for our server to pull from the Fitbit API. And then if we return to the My Hydration page, we can see our sleep data right alongside our hydration data. So we can see how our sleep affects our hydration. We can also sort by that column. If we decide that we want to remove our Fitbit data, we can go to the same page and revoke access very easily, and all the data will be deleted from our server. We can see that it's no longer there. Now we're going to change gears a bit. Another important component of this app is the ability to share your data with other users. So if we go to the My Groups page, we can see that we've been invited by our athletic trainer, Chris, to join his group, Sarah's group, which will give him access to our test data. As you can see here, we just have the option to leave that group and revoke his access. Let's see what it looks like from Chris's perspective. Now that we've logged in as Chris, the athletic trainer, we can take a look at that group that we invited Sarah to join, and we can see that Sarah is now listed here. We can view Sarah's data by clicking on her name, and we see the same view similar to the My Hydration page with all the same functionality. Chris is also an athletic trainer for a local high school team, so let's create a group representing that team. Let's call it Chris's team. We need to send out some invites. So we know of 3 other users that we want to invite that are members of his team. First is Chad, and then we also have Darian and Gus. These individuals need to accept these invites before they'll be part of his team. Once Chad, Darren, and Gus have accepted their invites, we can see their data in this administrative group view. We see the most recent test result and test date, and we also see a notification if it's been more than 3 days since the last test was submitted. So we need to give Chad a call and let him know that he needs to submit more data. We can also order by all these fields. Now, Chris also has an assistant, Daniel, who we want to give access to this data. So if we want to do that, we can invite an administrator to this group. Our administrator's name is Daniel. And if we log in as Daniel and accept that invite, we can have all the same privileges of Chris, minus being able to delete the group. We can view all the user data, and we can also access their data. We can also delete and invite new users. And that's the core functionality of our app. Thanks for joining us, and stay hydrated.